All right, well, hi again, everybody. I tell you, if at first you don't succeed, then you just try again, and that's what the Mets are going to have to do here. Mets facing the Colt 45s once again, and it's been a bloodbath against Houston so far. So Rick Aguilera is back on the mound. The doubleheaders are really starting to catch up with us, and I'm really regretting not using the as-scheduled schedule as opposed to the as-played schedule, which we certainly will make sure to do for every project from here on out. Instead of looking at the standings here, which haven't changed that much, of course, we'll take a look here at what the standings were like in reality in 1986. So the Mets here, after losing the first game of the doubleheader that you saw yesterday now, have a 42-25 record. 42-25, which means 67 games played. As you can see here on the screen, after right about this time in real life, I think this is actually the day before, the Mets had a 46-19 record. So it gives you a sort of an idea of how it compares. We're not really that far off, maybe, you know, a close game here or there, and we'd be right where the Mets were in 1986. But of course, instead of having a 10-game lead, the Mets now are about 6 games behind the Dodgers. And so we'll hop straight into this ball game and see how this works. Aguilera up there against Bob Lillis. Rick has done okay as a starter so far this season. He's had to start more than in real life, and the reason why is because all the pitchers are tired, and the reason for that are all the double headers. There's a ground ball to first, and Hernandez fields that and goes to the bag, one away. That will bring up the Aspromonte, the number 2 hitter, and he promptly hits a single over to left field. That's a hard liner for a base hit, and that'll bring up Spangler. So Mets giving up more hits against the Colt 45s, and Spangler's hit by this pitch. Aguilera kind of choking that. That was a fastball and really poor control, and that'll bring up Roman Mejias. There's a strike to Mejias, 0-1, and that's a ball away, 1-1. Low, 2-1 the count. And it's a comebacker over to Aguilera. He goes to second for 1, but Tuffle has no play at first. And so that puts runners on the corners now. There's Carl Warwick, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Fouled away. It's 0-2 on Warwick. There's the ball low and away, 1-2. Just fouled off, 1-2 still. Ground ball over to second. Tuffle fields this one and throws over to first for the out. And so we go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. I'll tell you, Aguilera is not much of a starter, but he did better than Fernandez, didn't give up 3 runs to start the game off. Here comes Woodschick, Hal Woodschick, who I don't think we've seen yet, throws the ball low to Dykstra. He's 2-5 with a 5.46 ERA. The fact that we haven't seen him might be part of the reason why we're having such a hard time with Houston. Fouled away and out of play, 1-1 now in Lenny. That's low, 2-1. Dykstra now with 48 stolen bases. And fouls this over the left side, 2-2. At this point in time in real life, he had like 19 or 17 or something like that. The base hit over to right field, and that falls in front of Mejias for an easy base hit. And here comes Wilson, and here we go again. And there goes Lenny. Throw is close, but he beats it. That's number 49 for Dykstra, and so there's a runner on at second, and a 1-0 count against Wilson. Inside, 2-0. And there's a curveball caught for a strike. Good framing job by Merritt Renew. 2-1. There's a sinker inside. It's 3-1. Wilson will take this one, and that's called a strike, so it's a full count. Little excuse me swing, and that's popped over to the right side, and that is dropped there by Mejias. That'll be a foul ball and an error on Roman Mejias, so the count remains full. Fouled away again. You can see him sort of glide over with this wonderful animation. Swing and a miss there by Wilson, and there's the first out. Here comes Hernandez. Hernandez now, his average is down to 340. He's in a slump. Takes another ball, 2-0. And that's low and inside, 3-0 the count. And that's low for ball 4. And so that'll bring up Strawberry. Strawberry struck out with the tying run on first base in the game yesterday. He is now hitting 265. And he'll take a strike in the inside corner. And holds his swing, 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss on that, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. That's away, full count now on Darrow. That's fouled back. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Woodschick gets his second strikeout, and here comes Ray Knight. Little ground ball over to Lillis, who flips over to Malfitano for the out. And we go now to the top of the second inning. It's no score. Here comes Norm Larker. So the Mets threaten but do not score. There's a ball inside Larker, 1-0. And a ball away, 2-0. That was a fastball. Another fastball also away, but this time called a strike. Ground ball over to third. Knight fields it and throws to first. There's one away. Here now is Merritt Renew. There's a strike a little bit low, but a strike to Renew. The ball outside, 1-1. Foul to the right side, 1-2 the count. Comebacker back to Aguilera, who fields and throws to first, and there's 2 away. Here's Amalfitano. There's a ball low, 1-0. Low for ball 2, 2-0 the count. There's a strike in the outside corner, it's 2-1. It's fouled away, 2-2 the count. Foul back. Just tapped foul, still 2-2. And there's strike 3. Fastball called for strike 3. Aguilera pitching pretty well. Go to the bottom of the second inning. No score, and here comes Tim Tuffle. There's a sinker away, 1-0 on Tim. It's fouled to the right side, 1-1. There's a sinker inside, 2-1. There's a strike, it's 2-2 on Tuffle. There's a ball inside, full count now on Tim. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. 3 strikeouts now for Woodchick, and here comes Kevin Mitchell. Takes the ball up and in. And it's a comebacker back to Woodchick, who throws over to first. 2 away, and here comes Ed Hearn. That's really quiet without Carter. There's a ball inside to Hearn. And a strike, 1-1. Ground ball over to second. It'll be easy for Malfitano. He flips over to first for the out. We go now to the top of the third inning, and it's a quiet game. Here comes the pitcher. There's a strike to lead him off with. And a good curve for a strike, 0-2. Low and inside, 1-2 is the count. Little ground ball over to short. Fielded by Mitchell, who throws to first for the out, 1 away. Really weird animation there. Here comes Lillis again, and he takes a strike. I've said it before, I'll say it again, they need to fix the animation in this game. There's a ground ball to Tuffle, who throws to first, 2 away. The problems with this one are embarrassing, and they may be hard to fix. 1-1 now, the count on Aspromonte. Swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Aguilera is mowing him down. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and it's no score. Here comes Aguilera. Not such a bad hitter. He takes a strike, in the outside corner. And hits this one foul to the left side. It's 0-2. Just fouls it off. 0-2 remains. There's a ball up and in. 1-2. Hit over to the right. That's going to be out of play. So remains 1-2 on Rick. All the way again, so he's really making Hal work. That's a foul once again. Hit over to right center. And what kind of animation is that? Mejias goes over and makes a catch. They make it look like he dove about 50 feet. I think that in the game engine it was an easy catch. Here comes Lenny Dykstra. He blasts this one over to the left field corner. Just foul. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Lenny. That's blasted over to left center field. That'll be in there for a double at least. Here comes Dykstra, and he will stop at second. So Dykstra is now 2 for 2, and here comes Mookie Wilson. Dykstra's got all the Mets hits. There's a sinker low to Mookie. And that's fouled off to the left side, 1-1. Boy, what I wouldn't give for a game where we blow out the Colt 45s, that hasn't happened. 2-2 now the count on Wilson. There's ball 3, it's a full count. And a swing and a miss, and down he goes. That's strikeout number 4 for Hal Woodchick, and he's not much of a strikeout pitcher. Here comes Hernandez. Takes the ball away. And hits this one foul. 1-1 now the count on Keith. That was ball 2, and he hit that over to first. It is kicked by Larker, and so Hernandez will be safe, and that brings up Darryl Strawberry. Dykstra went to third and then went back to second, so go figure that one out. With 2 outs, he should be at third base. Here comes Strawberry. That's a problem with the game engine. There is a ball to Strawberry, 1-0. And there's a ball away, 2-0. And a sinker for a strike, 2-1 the count. Curve is low, 3-1 on Darryl. There's strike 2. It's a full count on Strawberry. And it's a ground ball over to short. Lillis throws to first for the easy play. And so we go now to the top of the 4th inning, and there's no score. Here comes Al Spangler for the Colt 45s. There's a strike in the outside corner to Spangler. And a strike at the knees. It's 0-2. That's a ball away. 1-2 the count. Fouled away. Blasted to left. Hooking just fouled. 1-2 remains. It's taken up and in. 2-2. And that's low. It's a full count. Ground ball to first, and it'll be Hernandez fielding that, going to the bag. 1 away. Here comes Mejias. Swing and a miss by Roman. And he hits this one over to center. That's going to fall in front of Dykstra for a base hit. Only the second base hit that Aguilera has given up, but the Mets also only have 2, and they were both by the center fielder, Lenny Dykstra. Here comes Carl Warwick. Blasted over to center. Lenny's got it. 2 away. Norm Larker up there now, and he hits a ground ball over to short, rather. Mitchell fields that and throws to first for the out. And we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still no score. Here comes Ray Knight. There's a ball inside, sinker, 1-0. And there's a slider that misses inside, 2-0. Blasted to left. That'll be a fair ball. That's an easy double there for Knight. So Knight finally gets a base hit here. I think he had a single in the first game. He's trying to keep himself away from a slump, and here comes Tim Tuffle with a runner on in scoring position. There's a strike to Tuffle. He's only driven an 8 this season. There's a ball outside, 1-1. There's strike 2 inside. That's low for a curve, 2-2. Hit foul to the left side, remains 2-2. And that sinker's low, full count now on Tuffle. There's ball 4 inside, and so the Colt 45s are in some trouble. Here's Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell is 0 for 1 today, hitting now 206. He's driven in 17, swing and a miss. Fouled 1 away, 0-2. It's hit over to center field, and that will be in front of the center fielder for a base hit. Warwick didn't have much of a jump on that one, and that loads him up now for Ed Hearn. Wish it were someone else other than Hearn. He hits a ground ball, double play ground ball. That goes from Lillis to Malfitano and then over to Larker, but a run scores. No RBI for Hearn on that, of course, but he does get a run in, and that'll bring up Rick Aguilera with 2 outs and a runner on a third. There's a strike knee high to Rick. Second pitch is hit over to center field. That's going to be an easy play there for Warwick, and he makes the catch for the out. We go now to the top of the 5th inning, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Mets. Here's Merritt Renew facing Rick Aguilera. Swing and a miss, 0-1 on Renew. Bunted foul, 0-2. Taken for a ball outside, 1-2 the count. A ground ball over to second, and Tuffle throws to first, 1 away. Here's Amalfitano, and he takes the ball low, 1-0. That's hit over first base and into the corner for a double. Strawberry went the wrong way on that one, and that's going to allow the runner to go, or the batter to go over to third. It'll be a triple there from Amalfitano. And so Amalfitano, the number 8 hitter, seems to hit us like there's nothing to it. And just like that, right after taking the lead, we have the potential tying run on at third base, and we have to have the infield in. Here comes the pitcher, Woodcheck, and there's a ball high to him, and then a ball low, 2-0. Popped up and foul, 2-1 the count. Foul to the right side, it's 2-2. Fouled away again. Outside, full count. This is lifted over to left field. Wilson will make this catch for the out, and he throws right away. Going to be a close play, but not in time. And so Malfitano is able to score, and that makes this a 1-1 ball game. Here comes Bob Lillis. And so the Mets had the lead finally against the Astros and have blown it already. There's a ball low to Lillis, and a ball outside, 2-0. Little ground ball over to third. Knight fields it and has no play at first. And here come the Colt 45s, hit number 4 off of Aguilera. Aspromonte now takes a strike that we didn't see and fouls 1 away, 0-2. There's a ball low, 1-2. There's this hit foul over to right field, out of play for Strawberry. I've said this before, I'll say it again. After this is over, I'm not going to play any more games in the 3D mode. There are too many problems. 1 and 2 still the count. Hit over to right field, and this will be foul again. Still 1 and 2. There's a ball low, 2 and 2. Fouled away, still 2 and 2. Misses low and inside, full count. There's a swing and a miss. And so Aguilera, after all that work, does get the strikeout. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Lenny Dykstra to lead this off. Dykstra's 2 for 2. He fouls one away. Swing and a miss, 0 and 2, and he's set up. And it's low, 1 and 2 the count. Up the middle for a base hit, so Dykstra now 3 for 3 in this one. And it's time to get the wheels going. And there he goes, and he's got it stolen. That's number 50 on the season. The count, that was a strike to Wilson, so the count's 0 and 1. Ground ball over to third. Dykstra is already over at the bag by the time that it's fielded there by Aspromonte, and he makes third base easily. And the throw to first is in time. Here comes Keith Hernandez with a chance to drive one in. He fouls one away. It's 0 and 1. There's a ball low, 1 and 1 on Keith. And he doesn't check his swing, 1 and 2 the count. Low and inside, 2 and 2. Little ground ball over to second, as Amalfitano's only play was first base, and Dykstra scores. So the Mets manufacture a run, and here comes Strawberry with 2 away. 2 to 1 Mets, and there's a ball away to Darrell. And ball inside. I'm surprised that was called a ball. Way inside on that one, 3 and 0. Blasted over to left center field, and that's going to get to the wall quickly, so Strawberry ends up with a double. Darrell showing that he can get it done when he needs to. 266 he's now hitting, and up comes Ray Knight, who's hitting just a hair under 300. Takes a strike of the knees and fouls one away. It's 0 and 2 on Ray. Just fouled away, still 0 and 2. That's low, 1 and 2 the count. Fouled away to the left side, 1 and 2. Curve is outside, 2 and 2. Sinker just misses, full count on Knight. It's hit over to right field. That'll be in there for a base hit. Here comes Strawberry around to try to score, and the throw is nowhere near in time. And so the Mets get another run. It is now a 3 to 1 lead, and Ray Knight gets it done once again. Here comes Tim Tuffle. And Knight has been pretty impressive. Tuffle fouls one up and away. That's out of play. Swing and a miss. It's 0 and 2. Knight now is driven in 29. There's a curve outside. 1 and 2 the count. That's low. 2 and 2. That's called strike 3. I want to see where that pitch was. Inside corner, I suppose. And so we go to the top of the 6th inning, and it is a 3 to 1 lead now for the Mets. Here's Al Spangler, and guess who? Rick Aguilera is still out there. Throws a strike to Spangler, and then a curve misses. 1 and 1. That's a swing. That's ruled a swing. He didn't check it. 1 and 2 now. Outside, high and away, 2 and 2. Fouled off. Still 2 and 2. That's low. It's a full count now on Spangler. It's popped up. It'll be Mitchell making this catch for the 1 away. Here is Mejias. It's a little foul, dribbler in front of Hearn, who grabs it, throws to first, a little bit high, but Hernandez pulls it down. 2 away, and here comes Carl Warwick. Foul to the right, 0 and 1 on Warwick. It'll be fouled over to the right side. Strawberry going after it, dives for it, and makes a spectacular catch. And so that'll do it. That was actually pretty good animation. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's a 3 to 1 lead for the Mets. Here comes Mitchell. Takes a sinker low for a ball. Swing and a miss. That one was really low. It's in the dirt. 1 and 1 the count now on Kevin. Blasted over to right field, but it's easy for Mejias. 1 away. Ed Hearn now. Hearn hasn't been hitting anything. Takes the ball outside and pulls this one foul. 1 and 1 the count. I tell you, the difference between Carter and Hearn is like night and day. Carter is dangerous. Hearn is just like having a black hole in your lineup. Fly ball deep to right. Mejias has that 2 away, and here comes Aguilera. We'll let him hit for himself. And there's a curve outside for a ball. 1 and 0. Fouled away. It's 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. 1 1-2 now. Not sure how that worked. 2-2 now the count. And there's the swing and a miss. I swear he had 4 strikes in that at bat. Can go back, rewind it, and see what happened. We go to the top of the 7th inning, and it's still a 3-1 lead for the Mets. Here comes Norm Larker. There's a ball outside to Larker. And the ball low, 2-0. Swing and a miss is 2-1 on Norm. Blasted to right, but curving foul, 2-2. I don't know what the physics were like on that one. Outside, full count now on Larker. Hit over to left, and that's going to be in the gap for a double. He's got it that easily, and Wilson has to throw to the cutoff man, and that's that. And so here come the Colt 45s, Merritt Renew up there now, and he takes the fastball outside for a ball, and another one away, 2-0. And that's going to be a wild pitch, I believe. No, pass ball called on Hearn allows Larker to go to third. This is foul to the left side. I can't believe that Merritt Renew swinging with the 3-0 count. Another swing and a miss, full count. And there's strike 3 at the knees. So 4th strikeout for Aguilera. That was bizarre. Here's Amalfitano. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. That's low, 1-1. Ground ball to third. Knight fields it, throws to first after checking the runner. 2 away. And here comes Jim Pendleton, a pinch hitter. Gets a ground ball over to Hernandez, who flips to first for the out. And so the Mets get it done. They had a runner against them on at third base with nobody out, and they got out of that inning somehow. And so we go to the bottom of the 7th, still 3-1 Mets. Here comes Lenny Dykstra. It'll be Bob Tiefenauer, the new pitcher. He throws the ball low. 3.42 is his ERA. Here's a ball, no, a strike, I'm sorry, called outside, 1-1. That's a ball low, 2-1 the count. That strike outside was really outside. Hit over to left field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. So Dykstra now has another hit. He's 4 for 4, and here comes Wilson. And there goes Dykstra, and you can see him strutting his stuff. 51st stolen base. I think that's his 7th steal of this doubleheader. Runner on his second. There's a ball high. 1-1 now to Wilson. Fouled away. It's 1-2. Blasted to right center field. That's going to be in there for a double, and around comes Dykstra to score. Wilson decides to stop at second, and it's a 4-1 lead. And here comes Hernandez. Keith is 0 for 2 today. Did drive in 1. And they're finally going to walk him. So they don't walk him when it's close, but when it's not close, they do. Bizarre logic. Here's Darryl Strawberry hitting 266. Swinging and missing a sinker. And then just fouled that one off, 0-2. There's a knuckleball low, 1-2 the count. It's hit through the right side for a base hit. Wilson will have to stop at third as this wasn't hit very deep. And this will bring up Ray Knight. 10 hits now for the Mets. So maybe we are going to get those bats going and get the wheels turning here. 2-0 the count now on Knight. Hit over to right field, just foul, 2-1. Swing and a miss is 2-2. And that's going to be a little ground ball over to Lillis, and he bobbles it and has no play. And so a run scores. That's the 3rd error of the game on Houston. And the bases are still loaded. Here's Tim Tuffle. That's a little pop-up over to center. That'll be easily playable there for Warwick. Runner's tag, and runner on a third base. Hernandez comes around to score, and Strawberry moves to third. That'll bring up Kevin Mitchell, 6-1 Mets. That was going to be a ball, and he hit that instead to center field, and that's another sacrifice fly. Here's Strawberry tagging up, and the throw is way offline. And that makes this a 7-1 lead now for the Mets, and that'll bring up Ed Hearn. 18th RBI there for Mitchell, and Hearn takes the ball outside with the runner on at first. Hits this over to center, and so Warwick has made 3 putouts here in this half inning, but not before the Mets put up 4 runs. And so we go now to the top of the 8th inning, and the Mets have a 7-1 lead. This is a little bit more like it. Here comes Bob Lillis, and Rick Aguilera stays in there and throws him a strike, 0-1. There's the ball low, 1-1 the count. Low and outside, 2-1. Ground ball to short, Mitchell on to first, there's one away. Aspromonte, who's 1 for 3, takes the ball low. There's a strike at the knees, 1-1. There's another strike fastball, 1-2 the count. Ground ball to Mitchell, throws to first in time, 2 away. Al Spangler now. Takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. There's a ball away, 1-1. That's low for a ball, 2-1 the count. Low again is 3-1. There's a strike, full count. Popped up to right, and Strawberry's in there to make the catch. And that does it for the Colt 45s in the top of the 8th inning. Go now to the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-1 Mets. Here comes Aguilera, and he'll stay in this game, and the fans applaud his effort. There's a ball away. He's given up 5 hits, 1 run. There's a knuckleball for a strike, 1-1 the count. Popped up, should be playable, I think. And it is caught by Renew, 1 away. Here's Dykstra again, he's 4 for 4. There's a strike, 0-1 on Lenny. There's a knuckleball outside, 1-1. Grounded foul, 1-2 now on Lenny. Ball way up and in, 2-2. Hit over to the right side, but foul. This will be hit over to left center rather. It's Warwick making the catch. 2 away, and here comes Wilson. There's a knuckleball and therefore a strike. And it's a ground ball over to short. Lillis makes the play, throws to first, but Wilson is safe at first and gets the infield hit. Here comes Hernandez, and they have Wilson picked off. And he's in a little bit of a pickle. He slides and he's thrown out. And so that does it. Wilson unable to get out of that pickle. And so we go to the top of the 9th inning now, and Aguilera is working on a complete game. Here comes Roman Mejias, who takes the ball inside, 1-0. Foul all the way to the left. It's 1-1. There's a slider lone outside, 2-1. Little ground ball to short. Mitchell throws to first, and there's 1 away. Carl Warwick up there now. Takes the ball inside. Hits this over to the right side foul. 1-1. Foul all the way. It's 1-2 now in Warwick. Slider is low. 2-2 the count. Ground ball, and that gets past Tuffle. He didn't even try for it, so there's a base hit. Aguilera is really tiring. He's got 124 pitches. Here comes Norm Larker. The ground ball up the middle. Fielded and dropped there by Mitchell. That ball kind of died, and so that'll bring up Merritt Renew. That's the first error of the game on the Mets. We'll try it again with Renew up there, not much of a hitter, and he takes the ball away, 1-0. And that's high, 2-0 the count. Swing and a miss. Hard heat, 2-1. Swing and a miss again, it's 2-2. And that's low, full count now in Renew. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. Aguilera with his 5th strikeout, and that'll bring up Dave Roberts, another pinch hitter. There's a ball inside, 1-0. And a strike off speed pitch. A foul down the left field line. Just foul. 1-2 the count. Little ground ball over to Knight. He throws to first for the out, and that does it. So the Mets do win this one. It wasn't pretty, I'll tell you that. Aguilera gets the complete game win. I'm not sure if he had any of those ever. And the Mets win this game 7-1, and it looked a little bit easier than it really was. It's never easy to play against Houston. We end up splitting this series of doubleheaders, 2-2. We win one and lose one in both, and so it doesn't really help or hurt us either way, and we have to hope that the Dodgers start stumbling. And hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you again tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.